was talking with a friend a few days ago, and it came up, the concept that I suddenly realized that whenever you say something honestly, it's weird. It doesn't matter if it's from the heart or just something that's in your mind, the back of the mind. If you just say what you really think, it's weird. And I realize that everyone I'm subscribed to is making weird videos. I realize that all my videos are pretty weird. And in conversations I've had at work in the past and right recently as well, ordinary, everyday guys is talking about UFOs they've seen and ghosts and different phenomena and conspiracies and philosophy and things you would not expect ordinary, like, middle-aged guys to talk about. And it's weird. It's very weird, even though it's nothing that I don't think about or haven't experienced. And I mean, it's weird to see them and hear them talking about that stuff and so nonchalantly. And well, the other day I was on the radio. They're giving away, what was that now? Something to do with, was it $30 off on McDonald's or something? Anyway, they're offering to give away free food. And no one would call in. They're just asking for someone to call in and tell a UFO story. The only one that did was some guy who comes in drunk, Hi, I'm some guy, and yeah, I saw a UFO. And they said, by any chance, were you high when you saw this UFO? And he says, yeah, I think I was smoking a joint, yeah. And they laugh, and I mean, that's the only guy that called in. Wouldn't you know? I mean, it's like, you gotta stop and wonder, now, was this like a conspiracy? Did they plan this? Why does that happen? Ordinary, everyday men that I know talk about the UFOs that they've seen, and they talk about what they think about it, and the conspiracy of silence around it. It's an ordinary subject. People don't talk about it out in the open too much, but all of a sudden, sometimes, guys, ordinary people will discuss it. Why is that, like, well, with any mainstream media, that it has to be some guy who calls in high, who was high when he saw a UFO? He's the only one. Maybe he's the only one that has the guts, because he is high, to call in. And because he's the only one that called in, maybe that's the only reason he got through. Maybe that's all it is. But it's annoying, And I was working, so I mean, I can't call in while I'm working anyway, and that would be a little bit embarrassing too, because everyone's listening to the radio, and all of a sudden my voice comes on talking, but I know, can't do that. So, anyway, but yeah, it's bizarre, because a subject like that is supposed to be silly, you laugh at it and everything else, but then you got ordinary everyday guys talking about it. They've seen these UFOs and what they think about conspiracy, and they'll talk about, human cloning and all that, and they'd ask me, like, well, what would you think about having a clone made of you, and that wouldn't have a soul, but what would you think? And like, geez, ordinary, everyday people talking like this, and it's weird. And then there's people like me who are always weird, because, why? Because we think, and we express our thoughts, and it's weird. If ever you're honest to yourself and then to other people from what's really on your mind, it's weird. And isn't it weird that it's weird to be honest? Because what is normal, what is not weird, is what people normally talk about, which isn't what's really on their mind, it's what they think they should say. And so whenever someone's honest, it's strange. What an interesting world it would be if we were all honest with ourselves and with each other, and really express what was on our minds all the time. Imagine how interesting the world would be. Peace.